What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's Trenton Gibson, and I appreciate the love and support for the channel so far. It's been amazing. And in our college basketball season, the non-conference is over. So I want to jump in and see what the biggest stars were doing, how they did throughout the whole non-conference, and what can we expect now that conference play comes. Conference play is what matters. It's what gets us into March, what gets us into the tournament. So we got to be prepared. We got to do all these good things, and I want to break these things down so we can know what to expect coming in January and February. But until then, let's get to it. And welcome to the program. Okay, we have Elliot Cadeau. Elliot Cadeau is such a big name in college basketball. He spent his first 2 years at the University of North Carolina. Now he transferred to the number 2 Michigan Wolverines, and he is ready to hoop. He's having a great season. He's averaging 11 and 6 assists. The 6 assists is top 30 in the nation. He's shooting 43% from three. I don't know how much more you can want. He's playing for a great team. This team is built for March. They are paid for, but also they're bringing a lot of experience, which I think will bode well. And from this film, I think, hey, this team can really do something. It should be a title contender. I know they are, but they should be, you know what I'm saying, somebody to really be watching out for. So we're coming down right here, and we're going to get to a get action where we're going to pitch it and come back and get it. So that's what Elliot Cadeau does. He comes back and gets it. He's open right here, right? But let's just not fire this one. He's going to come full speed closeout. Now, why does he come full speed closeout? Because we're shooting 43% from the three-point line. So what Elliot Cadeau needs to do in this ball screen, Elliot Cadeau needs to come off this ball screen with great pace, and that's what he does. All right, so we're coming off, and this guy is automatically going to be fried. He had to come from all the way over here to get downhill. He's fried. So what Elliot Cadeau's focus is being so steady and having great pace in this ball screen so our big man has time to roll. So what the first thing he does in pace right here is lifting, okay? He does a little lift. You can call it hesitation, but this little lift, leaving his feet, does two things. The first thing it does is allow him to get his hips square, so now we're attacking in a straight line. The second thing it does is once again, it slows him down, gives him a sense of pace. So he comes down, does this, so now the big man's engaged, he's still behind us, and our big man has time to roll. So another move he does, right, I'm gonna clear this so you can see, another move he does is he does a little hop, right, just a little hop, little stutter step, and what that does is send number 2 back, right? So we do a little hesitation, and number 2 goes back. So now, once again, he's still fried. Now it's really 2-on-1. So we're here, our big man's able to roll smoothly, right? And we absorb this 5-man, shot fake, bounce pass, lay. I just want to break it down full time so you can see it. So we're coming down right here. We do our lift, right? Gets us downhill. Then we're coming and we hesitate. The hesitation sends him away. Now it's 2-on-1, easy layup, right? And that's how it works. Great manipulation of the ball screen by Elliot Cadeau. And this is what veteran PGs can do. Another example. So now we're in a Spain situation. How do I know it's a Spain situation? Because we have pick, we have our guard, we have our screener, and now we bring in the Spain guy. Normal pick and rolls are 2-on-2. We bring in the Spain guy. Now it's 3-on-3, okay? So what the goal of a Spain pick and roll is, we're going to hit this guy, which triggers the coverage. Now he has to go here. Then we're going to most likely screen the 5-man so we can get downhill, which leaves him in a bind. Either he's going to take point guard coming downhill, or he has to take this 5-man. If he takes neither, then most of the time we're going to have this Lob City dunk. Okay, he's going to have Dunkin' Donuts. So let's see what we can get. He hits, comes off, now he gets hit. So both these guys are jammed up. Elliot's doing a great job coming off of pace. And we get downhill, and look, he's looking. Like I said, his job is to absorb the 5-man. So he absorbs the 5-man. Elliot gets downhill, and we're able to lay the ball up. Now let's run it back. Let's say he does come through right here and is able to stop Elliot. So big man's going to roll. He's going to absorb 5-man. This guy will pop out. Then that is Elliot's read, okay? If this guy goes with the pop man, then the 2-man, then the 5-man's a read. So just Spain pick and roll is something that's so easy. And when it is executed correctly, it looks so good. So Elliot Cadeau, 2 for 2 on ball screen so far, but he's making it look easy, and that's what veteran point guards do. Now we get our rebound right here. So we're bringing it down. I love when PGs get the rebound. And in this day and age, early in the clock, we want to have triggers. Now what are triggers? Triggers are something, there's like 8 or 9 of them, but they can set and create confusion early in the shot clock. So what we're going to do right here, we're going to come, we're going to slip, and it's going to create confusion between these two guys. So we come through, we slip. Now we have confusion. They don't know what they're doing. As you see, they're trying to talk. And we have 2 on the ball. So we skip it, right? And just something as easy as that. He's open on the cut, right? We don't get it to him. It's cool. Rutgers is able to reset their Maryland's able to reset their offense, but just showing you that early triggers are possible. So now, fine, we did all that, and we still have 20 seconds left on the clock, so it was cool. When they get to a ball screen right here, okay, they're jumping into an ice. So now this is a third different type of ball screen coverage that we are able to see and dissect. So what is the ice ball screen coverage? Now, ice ball screen coverage is essentially not allowing Elliot to use this ball screen. Okay, so they want to force him this way and corral with two guys, try to cut off this roll man so they can't run the pick and roll. Now, as a guard, there's plenty of different coverages. There's switch, there's ice, there's hedge, all these things. You don't always have to accept what the defense gives you, literally. And this is what Elliot Cadeau is going to do right here. So he's going to drive off, right? Big man's going to roll. And now he's going to reject the ice, right? So he brings it down a little bit. He thinks he's fine, thinks he's in the ice, and he comes off. Now he comes off. He's going to be beat. So what's five-man seeing? Five-man seeing I got to step up, come off, Lob City. As soon as he steps up, it's Lob City. Like I said, Dunkin' Donuts. Now, as a defender, how do you avoid this happening? So we get into the ice, which is fine. Now, two things. You still have to stay on Elliot's, I would say, left shoulder right here. You still have to stay on the shoulder so he can't get around. And we got to force, you know what I'm saying, our big man and this guy to be in the help. Like, we have to rely on our help. So one thing you could do, if you're going to stay on this side of the ball screen, another thing you do is really engage this hip right here and put this hand on his hip and kind of steer him towards where you want him to go. Those are the two options. But since he's not connected, Elliot Cadeau's shifty. His feet are already getting crossed right here. Go through. Now we have Lob City. We can see coach. Like, man, we supposed to be in ice, man. It's tight. Look, part of it. That's what happens. Great PGs, most of the time, they dictate the game. So now we're coming through right here. Good PGs, pitch ahead, right? So pitch ahead, create something early. Nothing happens. We're going to fast forward. Nothing. We get a post entry, right? And now Elliot gets the ball. Something I like that I'm seeing from right here. So he doesn't just, right here, he gets the ball. He doesn't just catch it and fire. He catches it and kind of hesitates. But what this hesitation does for the defender's running full speed. If he tries to fire this, the defender's jumping, and it's going to be a rather good contest. But since he doesn't do anything, he just kind of slows down and waits a little bit, the defender drops his hands. So now we have a clear look at the rim. And these are such little things. These are high-level things. These are such little things that if you can get into your game, some people call it craftiness, some people call it pace, whatever you want to call it. It's just, it makes the game easy. And so now it's a late contest. It's a weak contest and a late contest, and that's why he's shooting 43%. He's not shooting it because he's Steph Curry. He's shooting it because he's getting open shots. He's creating open shots for himself. Elliot's doing his thing. I like it. Okay, so point guard, we're starting the game. What do we see? Bringing it across, what are we seeing? See, 2, 3. Okay, they're in a 2-3 zone. What do we have? Okay, so some teams say, hey, as on offense, we'll say, hey, we don't care what they're running zone-wise. We're going to run our offense, which is fair. Some teams say, hey, we want to switch. We run a man offense. We want to totally switch. We're going to run a zone offense. But I think right here, either they know they're going to start in zone or they just run their offense. And that's what they do. So they run it. We kick it, fast forward. We're good. We're running, run around. We do a little roll and replace right here. And so Elliot catches the ball. Two guys under the three-point line, 43%. You can't do this. Get the wind up into our shot. Good. Elliot Cadeau doing his thing. Okay, so we got right here, we're going to pitch it over, pitch it up. All right, 43% three-point shooter. We're going to pitch, starting the game again. Right, they still haven't scored yet. He's guarding a 43% three-point shooter at the top of the key. You got to rise. Green, right? I mean, that's bad defense. In my opinion, it's bad defense. But hey, either there, we're going to bring it up. Think they're still in the zone potentially, or he's just sagging. But either way, coming through, we're going to have a little, hopefully it's going to be a kick here, then we're going to pitch and come on. Nope, he gets denied. So what do? We're crafty. We're looking this way, and we're going this way. We're looking this way, going this way. There's a big gap right here, so Elliot sees this. We're going to attack. So what does attacking do? I don't know what's going to happen next, but it makes everybody look. So we're attacking. Easy, right? Attacking. Thank God our big man knows. Let's roll. And we're going to get on that rim, right? Dunk, monkey dunk it, go crazy. And this is all set up purely by Elliot Cadeau. And that's why, like I say, he's a great point guard. And that's why it's so fun to break down guys with experience, because they're making good plays. And they know themselves, which is another good thing. Coming off here, look like we're setting some type of zoom. So we set the zoom. We're coming off. Elliot's going to set the screen. And either he can curl or he can come off. Let's see what happens. Try to set a screen. Nope, the interchange. Okay, he's coming off. He's getting denied. What do? He's face guarding us. So what do we need to do? Instead of fighting and run all the way up here, we can't hoop. Just go back door. Goes back door. Tries to get a pass. Okay. So now we're a little jumbled up. 16 on the clock, so there's no need to hurry. Back it out. What we're going to do, we're great in ball screens, so let's set one. Set a ball screen. Now, I'll show you the shot. So he does a pound, and he gets back to a step back three. Contest. In my opinion, I don't like that one. Now, like I said, 43% three-point shooter. How could you not like it, Trent? What I would like to see him do, he's so far in drop, he gets fully hit. I'd like to see him just come right here and shoot this shot. Come down. And I mean, right here, because there will be no contest. Now you're going backwards, you're retreating with a contest, right? And we'll see in this next one, out of bounds play. I know it's a different set, but we pitch it ahead, come off. So now this is a good set. Our 5-man setting the screen. It's almost like a zoom up the gut. So we're zooming, coming here, zoom. Same situation, a lot of space, one dribble, no contest, shot. Like, he has a great stroke. So that's why I really feel like he could just shot that mid-range right there. Okay, now we're playing Rutgers. Shout out my man Dre, bringing the ball up. Good thing. Okay, one thing I just like when guards, I do this when I'm bringing the ball up. But if you can, try to slice the floor. What does slicing the floor do? It could create advantages. If anything, it can create mismatches. They could switch. Let's see what happens right here. They try to cross. So now these guys are almost going to run into each other, and they do run into each other, right? Just by crossing the floor, these two guys pick up one guy. This is not no pace move. It's not handle guys, not bad work. Something so simple that Elliot's doing comes down, and now he draws two, okay? So he draws two instead of trying to go in here and throw up a crazy shot, backs it out, right? So now, okay, creates another closeout because he backed it out. Now he has to close out. So we go by him, which makes him guard us. My man right here is going to get an easy one, all because of Elliot Cadeau's creation, right? Probing the defense. You don't always have to look to score for yourself, but probing the defense, trying to make things happen, get a wide open three, green. Perfect. Another example right here, we're on the players' areas early in the season. Come through right here, and this is something I like. So we're ball screen right here. He's about to hedge. And one thing that I've seen in my game, especially overseas, Europe, there's a lot of hedging going on. And so what you don't need to do is necessarily come off shoulder to shoulder on ball screen. I know that's what we're taught. If you come off shoulder to shoulder on ball screen, then he is very close to your hedge. And if he blows you up, it is really hard to make that pass. Okay, but look what Elliot does. And the big man does a good job by kind of slipping out of this as well. But he does not come off shoulder to shoulder. Maybe he could feel, obviously scouting report can tell you what the defense is going to do, but he takes a little step back, takes a little bounce back right here, which gives him space. So now he's a step away from him, and he has more time to decide before he gets fully hit with the trap. So he steps away, and now since there's space, he has time to pass. Now we got a short roll, and he's not looking. He's already under the rim. Short roll, our big man's humongous, easy dunk. Great job by Elliot. He's hype on it. I like it. Another example, we're doing another pitch like we did in the beginning of the game or beginning of the film. Handoff back, re-screen. What do we have? I would like Yaxo to maybe get some more space right here so we have time to come off. Get off. Okay. This is something that a lot of guys can get. It's something that you can get, especially if you can shoot the ball. Shoot the ball, the game's open for you at all times. But he doesn't even try to drive off this. He slips, which takes both of them. And at this moment, he's heels on three-point line. Open shot. We're already in our base. No contest on this, to be honest. This is not really a contest. And this is just something from being patient, reading ball screens, right? Good use of a ball fake right here. This is good basketball. This is good basketball. It's good point guard. If you got a point guard like this who's making good decisions, solid decisions, and you have talent around him, Yaxel's good. You got a great 5-man. Going to be a force in March. Okay. Now we're here. Like I said, we get jumped a little bit, but since there's so much space in between us getting jumped, we can pass. All right, so we pass. Good. Nothing. We don't have anything. Nothing in this possession. It's good right here. So now we get to the post up. Post up. Elliot does a great job creating space for himself. Ding, ding. Great. And Michigan's hooping. Michigan's hooping. They look good. And they're led by Elliot Cadeau at the PG spot. I really like breaking them down. It's just nice to see great, handle manipulation, great ball screen manipulation, and stuff that we can actually learn from. I think there was a lot to learn from. Spain pick and rolls, what to do on switches, ices. Just a lot of good nuggets in this video. So if you like the video, drop a comment on what you thought was best from Elliot Cadeau's game, who you want me to break down next. And I appreciate the likes, subscribes, all the goods. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.